Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and we are back to continue on with more of My Hero Academia Season 6. Last time we got a pretty big shot, you know, at the end we ended off on quite the cliffhanger. Bakugo getting stabbed in 3 different areas with, you know, with Shigaraki and his, like, quirk activation quirk thing. I don't know what that quirk is called, but, I think that is the quirk that One For All used to activate, the other quirks in his battle in Season 3. So yeah, he got stabbed, I think, in the shoulder, the abdomen, and I think the thigh. Not quite remember the exact spots here, but pretty fatal places, pretty much, you know, with arteries. And, yeah, it's not looking good. To be honest, I didn't have much of a reaction to that, because I don't... like, it's bad to say, but I don't really have faith in My Hero Academia to kill off a character of that significance, like, that soon. I know we lost twice in this arc, and I have been saying that, like, we need a big loss on both sides to really feel an impact for the arc. But when it comes to, like, the big 3, I just don't know. I would like it to happen. I really would like for, you know, this arc to really, like, you know, segment itself as one of the big arcs of My Hero Academia by losing one of the most important characters we've had in the story so far. But I don't know, there's that part of me I think, you know, like, it's My Hero, it's shonen, and are they really, you know, willing to go that far for a character like Bakugo, this, you know, at this point, knowing that there's still a full 2 seasons after this one, and we're not even halfway through the story of this season yet, you know, so, I don't know. I think thematically it would make sense, it should happen, but I don't know. Other than that, you know, we've got, oh yeah, Aizawa lost his leg, which is wild as well. That's fucking nuts. We had the 1A students last time fighting Makia. They lost, they didn't really do much in that, so he's coming to the scene right now as well, probably to get Shigaraki out of here. And yeah, just, in general, most of it was just massive, like, aura farming for Shigaraki, handling everyone without even using a quirk, which was ridiculous, you know, as if he wasn't OP enough on his own. And yeah, like, Maki has taken, like, no damage at all right now, so... you know, combine what happened with Bakugo, it's not looking good, you know, it's not looking good. Endeavor's mostly tapped out. And it looks like we're on the losing side of this, so yeah, it's not looking good. But yeah, anyway guys, let's just go on with this set. Alright guys, episode 10 of My Hero Academia. Season 3. Let's do it. So, Season 6. Season 6. That was, I was way off there. Alright, and we're showing it again. The power of the symbol of peace. The only thing that can handle that ridiculous power of All For One. Burn your ass, man. Fry him up. Fry his ass up. That's right. Sent that Namu into fucking hell, so let's see how it does for him. Oh yeah, and he was taken over by All For One, wasn't he? I, like, forgot about that for a bit. Love that ending shot. Yeah. Oh, we got hit 4 times. Oh, I didn't even see 4 times. But yeah, that's worse. Let's see if that awakens anything in Yamida. He's going through some shit right now. Holy crap, that is a... That's a great face from Deku, holy shit! That was such a goofy looking shot. Oh, but getting angry is how all shonens do. That's how you unlock, like, the plus 100% plus ultra. What a great shot. Yeah. Yeah. See? This is how you do shonen! He's supposed to get angry. He's supposed to go beyond 100%. Oh, that's just freaky. He's not meant to be able to take one for all willingly. Oh, it looks like Shigaraki broke out of that. Yeah, all for one can't be taken, like, willingly, though. Or non-willingly. It's like the one thing about it is that that's why all for one could never take it before. What the hell? I guess so. Well, they sure as hell ain't here with you. Oh my. Oh my god. They've both got these weirdos inside their heads. Yeah. It's my error, bitch! Back off! Still though. Yet. Does that mean the ones within? What the fuck? What are we getting a battle inside the clocks this episode? Yeah, and with like aside from that, you've still got Makia. Like what? He's going for like 8,000 cities in his like I don't even know his own plus ultra move. 2 masters. That's kind of funny. Which one do you obey? Cool. Yeah. God damn it. Because I need to be part of the plot. Yeah. That was so long ago now. I mean, hey, she's finally getting to see her grandson. Hi.
臓器移植を受けた人間の性格や思考が変化したという話。半ばオカルトのように語られることもあるが、いくつもの事例が報告されている。僕は稀に不思議な夢を見ることがあってね。奪った個性の持ち主が罵倒してくる夢。
Interesting.
その度に落胆したものさ。自分にも人並みに罪の意識があったのかって。
One day those sins will come back for you in full.
その個性を手放すと持ち主は二度と夢に出てこないんだ。おかしいよな。僕は根に持つタイプだってのに。しかしドクターと出会って原因が分かったんだ。 臓器細胞に記憶が宿っていると言われるように、個性因子には意識、まさしくその思考が宿ることがあるらしい。どうやら僕は個性に直接干渉する力のおかげで、その意識に触れられる特別な人間だったみたいで。
That's fucking mental. Like, imagine you've had that for every quirk you've ever taken. It'd be a bloody nightmare. It really would be a cursed quirk.
秘密だよ。この人、おばあちゃんなんだって。ヒーローなんだって。
Yep.
忘れないでね。
なんであんたが。
僕が個性に宿る意識に干渉できるように、僕の血縁、弟も個性を与える力で人の個性に直接干渉可能だった。与える個性に力をストックする個性が混ざった結果、人の意識ごと時代へ運ぶ寝台列車となったんだね。
Just silliness.
挨拶は大丈夫かい？
First time meeting after all. I never thought we'd get this, but I hate you all equally. You don't get special treatment from me.
いいぞトムラ、君の憎しみが伝わってくる。所有者の意志でしか動かせないワン・フォー・オールの原則を君の怒りが今犯し始めた。
What?
おっと、そうだったね。僕も嫌われた。
Whoops!
上等だよ。それでこそ恐怖の象徴。だがまだ足りないようだ。
What the hell? God damn it.
次はその子か、兄さん。
お前が僕のものにならないのが悪い。
僕たちはそっちへは行かない。僕たちはこの子の中にいることを選んだ。
What? Yeah, what a weird out of context line to take. We have chosen to be inside this boy. What the fuck? A big, a big blunder in, hindsight. Really? So now we're going on the idea he could take it if he wanted? I mean, like I said, if he gets one for all, we're all fucked, so... But what do I even need to fear right now? There wouldn't be a story if he took all for one. Or one for all. I'm still messing that up. God damn.
他人を利用するだけの兄さんには分かるまい。この子が何を思って血を流すのか。人のために怒り、人のためにどこまでも頑張れる。
He doesn't get angry very often, to be fair.
常軌を逸するほどの助ける思いに取りつかれた少年。僕らはこの子についていく。
Oh, that's pretty sick. Yep, all wielders excluding All Might. What the hell? And I'm assuming, yeah, they're both tapped out now. No? Really? But it's possible now.
今は引いて英気を養うんだ。
So the battle's over for now.
動かないで
Please give up. I'm begging you, because I'm out too. What a cool mask he's got. Oh, we're gonna get some toga? Let's get some toga.
各県警消防に協力の要請を通達。大型ヴィランによる被害者の救出に全力を挙げろ。
ガレキの身柄確保、事実の模様です。
今は後回しでいい。大型ヴィランの現在地と進路予想を最優先で情報収集。各所に共有し続けろ。
サイロ市を通過した大型ヴィラン、ナバド市に入りました。時速100キロでまっすぐに蛇空市へ向かっています。
Oh shit.
時速100キロ。
推定目的地、蛇空病院跡地まで。予想到達時間10分を切りました。
Yeah, that's a problem, you know, Deku's out, he ain't fighting no more, so... What do you do? What are you doing against this guy?
エンデバー、そりゃいい、準備しろ。
Yeah, Dabi's gonna get hard for that.
偽りのヒーロー社会を崩壊させる準備だよ。
トガちゃんはいいのかい？さっき探してたでしょ？遊泳生徒の好きな子たち。彼らもヒーローなわけだけど、大丈夫？
何をもって線を引くのでしょう。人を助ける人がヒーローなら、ジン君は人じゃなかったのかな。
That's fair.
ヒーローがジン君を殺したのなら、私のことも殺すんでしょうか。
Yes.
聞
Definitely.
きたかったんです。ひずく君に、お茶子ちゃんに。だから答えによっては大丈夫です。
Wow. Never give an answer that starts with depending. You're kind of being vague on whose side you'll be on.
正確にはでかすぎるだ。頑丈すぎるも加えとけ。モグラのような長い粒で建物を
How many lost is that?
ガレキが飛び散って奴の通体以上に被害規模がでかい。進路周辺5キロは避難区域になる。このまま我々が進み、イランも直進し続けてくるならば、約8分後に快適することとなる。被害はすでに未曾有の領域に達している。これは我
Is
々
that
の
a
罪
dinosaur
だ。
hero?
彼らはただそこで暮らしていただけだ。まだある命を死んでも守れ。我々への罰をこれ以上他者に被らせるな。
Fair enough.
ヒーローが迫ってきてる。衛星からの映像か。便利ね。これを便利と感じる文化レベルを走ろう。3層ほどではないがかなりの数だ。我々が今こうしていられるのも結果論でしかない。相手の出方には依然気をつければ。ストップ。そこはアップしろロンゲ。それが人に物を頼む態度か。
Hey.
つら噂をすれば。
Yep, that's two familiar faces.
ミスター、装備出してください。
ちょっと
Wait, what? What? What equipment are you talking about?
じゃ
ダメだよオリちゃん。危ないって。
あ、もやもやしたままじゃ気持ち悪いので、私は聞きに行かないといけないのです。
Wow.
今じゃなくてもいいでしょ。
You're wow. You're intrusive as hell. No patience
ど
to
う
you.
でもいい。おい、余計なもん見てねえで早く始めろよ。焼き殺す。
貴様らというやつは。
トガ、俺たちはたまたま寄せ集まっただけのはぐれもんだが、
I know, right?
トゥワイスがやられて悔しいのはお前だけじゃねえ。ここはあいつにとって唯一の居場所で、ボスはおそらく俺たちが集まることを望んでる。
Don't let it go to waste.
勝手するのは俺たちの本領。ただし必ず戻ってこい。
For real.
じゃあ
We don't want to lose anyone else. Jesus Christ, though, Toga would be a bit. That would genuinely be a massive loss in this arc.
行かせちゃって止めて聞くような玉じゃねえだろ。
ステ様も好き。
Mr. Staney.
お茶子ちゃんも好き。私はたくさん好きになれるといいのです。
We'll have to see how this goes.
ヴィランに対して直角に逃げてください。
But a reunion of, you know, Uraraka and Toga is wild, actually. Which has already turned into,
Uraraka
Uraraka before, so we'll need some new blood for that.
避難を急げ。
もうあんな距離に。グラビティ、こっちにまだ2人。フロッピー。
Well, shit.
ありがとう、助かったわ。手荒でごめんね。怪我はない？
なんとか。
ありがとう。そこの2人助けておくれ。寝たきりの夫がいるの。一人じゃ重くて動かせない。
Say no more, say no more.
いるの。早く。
One would say he's gonna be weightless after this.
気をつけてね。怪我しちゃ嫌よ。
But going into an alleyway with Toga hunting you is a horrible, horrible idea.
あの時もっとやれることがあったんじゃ。
Probably. Oh my god, you are fast for an old girl.
見客にもだな。だってた。
That ain't walking, love.
私を愛してくれたから。
大丈夫です。私が絶対助けます。
You?
卑弥呼。
No?
久しぶりだね、お茶子ちゃん。待って。
She just had to go get changed really quick. Don't mind her. I don't care, like, if I'm a hero or not, I'm getting the fuck out of there. I am not about to fight Toga in an enclosed space with the lights out. I mean, you know, if we're not getting kinky, I'm fucking dying. And even if we are, I'm still gonna die from that. You still remember her name?
声があっちこっちから聞こえてくる。お茶子ちゃんも可愛くて大好き。私お茶子ちゃん。
You know, I'm not playing this game. Get the fuck out of there, Uraraka.
ねえ、私をどうしたい？シンくんみたいに殺すの？私殺されるの？
Please
お
no.
茶子ちゃんは私をどうしたい？
Please no.
そんなこと聞くために現れたの？そんなことのためにさっきのおばあちゃんの血を奪ったの？そんなことのために殺したの？そんなこと。私は今一人でも多くの人を助けたいの。戸賀卑弥呼、邪魔するなら今すぐあなたを捕まえる。
Catch you, not kill you, catch you, as is her way of phrasing it. Yeah, no previews, please. I don't think we've had any after credit scenes yet, and my set stuff doesn't actually mention any after credits or anything. So maybe there's some at the end, but I'm not quite sure. I don't remember if My Hero's had after credit scenes or not in the series. But yeah, either way, that was episode 10 of My Hero. No confirmation whatsoever with Bakugo. We did not get a single thing with him in this episode. You know, we just know he's not gonna fall to death, which is fine. But his condition, his stability, nothing. And they know what they're doing with that. They know what they're doing with that. But you know, that is what that is for now anyway. And yeah. We'll see. But big news, both One for All and All for One quirk users are pretty much tapped out at this point. You know, Shigaraki's obviously going to heal pretty quickly, but at the same time, he needs to spend time recovering because, as we know, his his body was only like 75% done of processing the quirks and whatnot, and it wasn't 100%, which is the reasons we're given for why, you know, we don't just lose, basically. The reason why One for All was not able to come out was because they just didn't have enough strength to do it because of that. But, you know, maybe another day. For the first true battle of One for All and All for One, I think it was pretty good. You know, it was fine enough. Like we said, at this point, we are just kind of reaching Shigaraki to a level of power so absurd that, like, it's almost impossible at this point for Deku to fight him one-on-one, since he hasn't unlocked 100% of All for One yet, but, of One for All. But, you know, it's interesting. Like, I still have my, like, doubts about just giving Shigaraki all of the base, all-for-one quirks and whatnot, because it's just getting him to, like, 0 to 100 instantly on top of the power-ups he got from, the My Villain Academia arc, whereas obviously we've seen Deku, you know, build up power throughout the story, so it feels a bit like a cheat, which I get is the point. But at the same time, you know, he's shown to be pretty efficient at using those quirks, so, you know, it is pretty cool. And the battles have been good so far, so I don't really feel too kind of disappointed by it. It's just one of those things I kind of wish went in a different direction. But yeah, with that, you know, like we said, Shigaraki, he lasted a damn long time against this many heroes in his debut day, which is cool, but I guess for now, and potentially the rest of the arc he is out. Like I said, I really expected a little bit more of this arc. We'd get a little more of scene changes. Given the threat we had of the Meta Liberation Army in My Villain Academia, I expected, you know, Redestro to be more relevant in this for sure. I expected just, like, the army itself to be a lot more significant. I mean, we spent, you know, pretty much 2 arcs building up this one, you know, with Hawks giving off just, you know, the threat level being at the 100,000s of army quirk uses, you know, that was just ridiculous on its own. You add Makia, you add the evolved versions of the League of Villains, and just, you know, it felt like it would be a lot more than this. But at the same time, we're not done with the arc yet, so I guess we could keep going, you know. We'll be halfway through the arc at the end of this set anyway, so we'll have to see what comes of that. But, yeah, I'm not too sure right now. Obviously, like we said, we are not done. We are not done. Makia's in, like, phase 2 of his boss fight right now, and nothing can stop him. Literally nothing, you know. Deku's out, Bakugo's out, Endeavor's pretty much out, you know. All of our top fighters are, like, not even active right now, so like, you know, our only option is to get the fuck out of here. Like, our only option is for Makia to pick up, like, Shigaraki and just book it. We don't have a chance of fighting this guy right now, and if we do, we'll just die, so we'll definitely have to see what's going to come of that. But, yeah. A little worried right now, obviously, for Toga, because, well, I don't think she's going to die. The fact that she has just kind of isolated herself from the League of Villains at this point does mean she could get captured. As much as I'd like it, I don't think they're going to kill Uraraka off in this set. You know, I don't think Toga even wants to kill Uraraka off right now, so we'll have to see what comes of that. But like we said, given the ridiculous abilities of Toga at this point, that she can literally, like, copy quirks now with her blood, like, with her blood quirk, I feel like she is of a level that should take out Uraraka at this point. But we're definitely gonna have to see of that, because, like, yeah, I'm not entirely sure, like, what Toga's goal is at this point. You know, she said depending on the answer, she'd choose what side that she's on, but she didn't seem very happy with Uraraki's answer, which wasn't really a yes or a no, so it's curious. Obviously, we know she intends on capturing Uraraka or Toga, but we're gonna have to see what comes of that, you know, because Toga is, she's OP as fuck, you know, and Uraraka really isn't. So, yeah. Even though Shigaraki is out right now, we're not in a very good position at all. You know, we've even got Ida and all of the floaters coming to their rescue, so I feel like we're setting up for one big retreat, but we're gonna have to see where that goes, you know. So yeah, guys, let's just continue on with episode 11, and hope this goes well. All right, episode 11, here we go.
ホークスやミルコじゃないんですから無理ですよ。全速力で飛ばしてます。危険なので座っててください。
You saying Miriko could get there quicker? Are you mad?
今も命が奪われ続けていると言っているんだ。
Oh, he didn't kill Best Genius.
ねぎらってんすけど。
Really? Okay, they really, like, implied that Hawks killed him. Interesting. So how do you fake that? How do you trick, like, Dabi into thinking that? Because that's what they implied. What a great shot. They are both so tapped out. Yeah. Remember, they said that if Deku broke his arms like one more time, he wouldn't use them again. And I'm willing to bet that is not going to be the case. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Bro, he's advising you to chill the fuck out. Know your limits. Was that Mike? No.
大型ヴィランがここに向かってる。向こうでノームと戦ってるヒーローにも伝えてある。飯田君。
With all of this going on, the Namus kind of were forgotten, honestly.
通りで帰ってこないわけだよ。僕は死柄木といなきゃ。死柄木はまだ僕を狙ってる。
Yeah, he can track you.
飯田君、ガッツァンと変ではを。再生能力も9本。だいぶ弱ってる。波動先輩、このまま畳みかけます。ね。
That is so just disturbing. Great shot again. Don't want to put Shigaraki in every thumbnail, but I feel like I might have to. Because his faces are just the stuff of legend in My Hero. They are going all out with them in this arc. Well, don't make promises you can't keep.
直に触れられれば、でも血は取られちゃいけない。時間をかけられない。なんとか。お茶子ちゃん。
お茶子ちゃん。
私ね、大好きな人のことを考えると、その人そのものになりたくなるの。その人の血が全部欲しくてキュンとする。私はそうなの。
You might have an
た
obsession.
まらなくなるの。でもみんなはそうじゃない。とっても生きにくい。この前ね、私の普通を返そうって言って殺そうとしてきた嫌な人がいたんだよ。だからお茶子ちゃんの血と個性で高いところから落としたの。
And killed her ass?
好きな人の
This
血
is
だ
his
からも
face?
その人になれた。
Don't give away your biggest, like, trump card! I know that pissed her off, though, seeing she used her quirk to kill. But still, you gave away your trump card.
これお茶子ちゃんから落っこちたよ。それは大事なもの。そうだよ。
Mine.
私もジン君大事なお兄ちゃん。
It's not.
一緒だね。
Yeah, no, she's not. What the fuck?
お茶子ちゃんの好きな人って。
Yeah, she's not thinking of it like a big brother thing.
そうかな。
Very different kind of relations here.
これ、伊豆くんのだよね。
What are you?
私たち
What are you biting it for?
これ以上時間を取られるわけにはいかない。直線的に仕掛けても避けられる。なら、ゼロさせない。
It's cool they both got ranged attacks though.
さっき倒れた時。
Yeah.
それは
Anything she touches
それは
floats.
しまっとくんだ。私もずっと我慢した。
It's actually a really cool upgrade that she
ち
got.
っちゃい頃にやめろって言われて、でもダメだった。しまっとくと大きくなるの。戸が卑弥呼。好きに生きて人を脅かすなら、その責任は受け入れなきゃいけない。うん、そうだね。ありがとうね。バイバイ。
How dare you interrupt this battle?
卑弥呼がここに。つゆちゃん、その呼び方やめてと言ったはずよ。
Nice. Yeah, she doesn't listen. That's not really her forte. How much blood you got left? Oh my god, did Makia come back for her?
資格をつく気ね。裏ブティ、背中合わせに。
She's gone.
逃げた。
That's a shame.
お茶子ちゃん、同じ人が好きな女の子。もしかしたら恋の話もできるかな。
Wow.
涙。
Are you up for both being Deku's girl? Or girls? I mean, you know, if I was Deku, I'd take Toga, you know? For sure, for sure. It's not even a question. Yeah. This body is fucked.
病突を脊髄から発動したのも凹凸指にし身体への負荷を軽減するため
Holy crap.
それほどにこの体は
So it can extend from like any bone in the body?
あとはマキアに撤退命令を
あの巨人と死柄木を同時に相手にするのは無理だ、手負いの勝ちを先に倒す
しかし強い波動反霊反念限界の体とはいえ
Those are strong quirks.
出力 100% ねじれる洪水グリーンフロント
角色熱剣訓練支援
I don't remember Jet Kindling, is that new? Crap. Yeah. So you're still conscious? Bro, it's season 6, okay? You're not getting a full-on win. Not yet. Get us out of here. Yeah, do you think you can fight that? You are not fighting that. Yeah. You're not. You're out, man. You're out. There's very little left to do. That is true, but know your limit. You are not All Might. Oh crap. What is he doing? Hair dye? Oh, of course. That's not surprising, you know. Once we got the Endeavor up last time, that was kind of obvious. Toya. The brother you thought was long gone. I don't know why. For a minute there, I thought he was pouring gasoline on himself to like make his flames infinitely stronger. What the hell? Yeah, mommy would be like, damn. Yeah, that's big. That's big.
顔はこんななっちまったが、身内なら気づいてくれると思ったんだけどな。
Nope. Well, you do look pretty messed up, to be fair.
悲しいよな、実際。
Yeah, you heard about that too. Toya.
率先して話すもんじゃねえだろ。どうやって
In the league and alive.
轟東野はエンデバーの轟家の長男として生まれました。今まで30人以上の罪なき人々を殺しました。
Trying again to burn the name of this family to the ground.
収賄な所業に至ったか、みんなに知ってもらいたい。エンデバーはかつて力に焦がれていました。そしてオールマイトを超えられない絶望からより強い個性を持った子を作るため無理やり妻をめとりました。僕は父の利己的な夢のために作られた
Discarded, much like the Namus, a project that failed. Those faces, oh my god! Yep. I can't imagine what's going on in Endeavor's head. I can't imagine what's going on in Shoto's head. For real, this guy's nuts. Bro's finally enjoying himself. He's been in the league this whole time for this one moment. Bro's like jamming out right now with these movements. Oh my god, this is so crazy! Couldn't have that. Bro is just letting out all of this pent-up frustration. You want to talk about Toga being pent up? Holy shit, is this guy pent up? Oh my god. You'll never escape what you did, Endeavor. That face. Dance with me in hell. God damn, this show has the best faces ever. So you thought? God damn. Interesting. Oh, so he's stronger, but so he's got stronger flames, but he's got less immunity to them than you, I guess. You've never got the perfect combo. Really? You actually weren't off the deep end at that point. So tragic. Look at that genuine, genuine pride there. No, but low-key, a quirk that you're not even having a quirk you're not even immune to would just suck. Like, what the fuck? Well, you do look a bit different from back in the day.
Dabi,
Yeah, he was waiting for a big reveal, man. Man, he saw. Dude, he's a fan of Stain. He saw how Stain made his mark on the world in front of live television, and he wanted to do the same thing. Oh my.
DNA 鑑定する
Oh my god, that is. Oh.
まあこっちはとっくに済まして公表中だけどな。
It's
DNA 鑑定
disgusting.
の結果です。九州の戦いで残されたエンデバーの血と 99.99% 一致してます。それでも捏造を疑われるでしょう。僕は信じてもらえるよう話すしかありません。エンデバーは
Yeah, yeah. He is spiraling.
4人目にして皆さんご存知の方もいるでしょう。
A hero.
成功作のショートが生まれました。そして待望の傑作にさえ手を挙げています。僕は何度も見てきました。
Oh, I didn't think his other siblings are seeing that too. I didn't think of Natsu and the girl.
自己顕示に溺れた歪小で独りよがりの精神。そんな人間がヒーローを名乗っていいと思いますか？
嘘やろ。
Oh, it's true.
こんなん誰も信じんやろ。こんなんでヒーローの信頼は揺らいだりせん。
If you can't trust your own number one, who can you trust?
エンデバーに連なるものも同様です。ナンバー2ヒーローのホークス。ホークスは泣いて逃げるヴィランを躊躇なくその刃で貫いた。僕が守ろうとした
My god, this is so sick. This is so cool.
挿入編集バッチリだ。
Of course it was.
助かるよ。てめえのカメラでいい絵が撮れたんで。
That's why you're still alive and in the group. You're useful. The ultimate editor.
こっちは俺からのプレゼントだ。スパイ野郎のホークスのことも調べて回った。
ホークス。
ホークスは僕らに取り入るためにあろうことかヒーローを殺しています。休養中だったナンバー3。ベスト G。
And they had to like show us that one shot of him to prove that wasn't the case.
平然と実行できてしまう。それもそのはず。彼の父親は連続強盗殺人犯。
Ooh, interesting. Interesting law for Hawks.
彼が経歴も本名も隠していたのはそのためでした。彼の父はエンデバーに捕まっています。
Oh!
何の因果か、そういう差がを持った人間ばかりが寄って集まる。僕は許せなかった。後ろぐらい人間性に誠意という名の蓋をして。
I can't lie. I know it's like, you know, a pun, but like Dabi is cooking right now. I don't even know if I call him Toya because he's not anymore, but he is cooking this fucking family.
ミロヤ君、いかんよこれ。言ったもん勝ちや。事実かどうかは後回しでいいやもん。ヴィランの言葉とはいえ、揺れるやろこんなん。ごめん。俺も今そうだい。
Yep.
ごめんな。けど、すでに信じられんほど被害出とるやん。
He's loving this, man. He's just letting the show go on. The dopamine in this man right now is crazy. And you can't physically fight your son. You can't fight him. But never this. And he can't bear to see his family fight one another. Oh, they all clocked that. Do something. Whose quark is that? Oh! Interesting. I don't remember his quirk looking like that. But yeah, that's not gonna do much at all. Like, come on. I know he's like number 4. I think he's 3 now with All Might gone. But there's no fucking way. Like, with all these players, Makia, Dabi, the whole league, like, there's no fucking way Best Genius is a hero that's like coming to the rescue and like we're all screwed. Like, that's just not happening. Wow. Absolute cookage. This was fucking raw, genuinely, you know. We speaking about Toga being, you know, pent up about her feelings and her impulsive, intrusive nature. Oh my god, is Dabi not the exact opposite of that? As we saw, you know, he was quite a fan of Stain. He was quite a fan of Stain in the way he operated. He kind of like went to the lead because he loved the spectacle that Stain gave on television. And Dabi like copied that to a perfect T, man. Not only just, you know, letting like everyone in Japan, you know, by taking over the airwaves, learn of his story, but to in person give raw message to Shoto as well as Endeavor. Regardless of who comes out of this, I don't know how you go off of that. I genuinely don't. You know, the family drama of this fucking house will never end, and it is genuinely beautiful. How do you undo something like this? I don't think you can, you know? Again, even if we capture Dabi, even if we kill Dabi at this point, the damage is long done, and obviously, you know, although Shoto's fully willing to fight him, I don't think he's got the courage or the, you know, the strength to take it all the way, you know? And I know, obviously, heroes aren't killing villains anyway, but, like, there's that mental click of, like, not being able to go too far when it comes to, like, the family, right? Like, we saw the pain that this family was going through in Season 5, you know? The whole reason that, like, Natsu wasn't able to accept Endeavor anymore was because of, you know, Toya, and for all this to just come flooding out, to get those reactions from literally everyone in that household, it was crazy, man. This was the perfect reveal of Toya and his, you know, his return, you know, and his revenge on Endeavor. As we saw, you know, like, even the masses are doubting things now. Even if this turns out to be a lie, like, that their conviction and their hope in heroes has been shaken at this point, and it's genuinely incredible to see. Like, this was genuinely peak. This was one of the peak moments of My Hero. This was a moment we've kind of been, you know, I wouldn't say we've been waiting for it, 'cause I don't imagine many people probably put together that, like, you know, Dabi was of the Endeavor family until Season 5, but, like, even still, you know, it is incredible to see that, you know, and not even just Endeavor, you know, he pretty much went for everyone. He went for Hawks as well, which just adds to the doubt in the hero society. He's really doing, like, his big goal of tearing down heroes, and it's working out, you know, it's really fucking cool. So absolutely loved this. This was just beautiful. This was perfect, man. This was great. Ah, Dabi, are you a boss? Are you peak for this? This was incredible. Absolutely great. Ah, and we even got a bit of, like, we got a bit of the comparison for how the quirks work at this point. So, yeah, it seems like Dabi has the strongest flame quirk of the group, at least I assume he does, but as a as a direct contrast to that, he also has the weakest resistance to flames, which is, you know, that's so tragic, man. Like, getting a fire quirk that you can't even, like, you're not even resilient to a lot is just... that sucks. Like, I get it, because, like, you know, you fight Endeavor. If Endeavor and you know, Endeavor fight each other, like, they wouldn't really do many damage to each other. But to, like, you know, not be immune to your own quirk is just insane, like, actually. Like, at least Endeavor has a lot of resistance to it, but, like, Dabi, his seems pretty minimal, so he's very limited on what he can actually do. But, as we saw, you know, like, he's still in his peak, in his prime, Endeavor's tapped out, Shoto's, you know, trying to help out at least. But we'll see where this goes, you know, this is big, and this was an incredible episode just for the message of that, and I loved it, you know, fucking ridiculous on Dabi's part, but it was so over the top that it was beautiful as a result. So yeah, that was great. The Toga Uraraka thing didn't last too long either, but that's fine. You know, obviously we'll get those again another day. You know, seems like... Unfortunately, due to Toga talking a little too much there, she gave away her big trump card of being able to copy the quirks now, those she uses blood from. That definitely sucks. But it is what it is, you know, that's probably going to come back to bite her at some point. It did probably properly fuck with Uraraka psychologically, the fact that she was using her quirk to murder people, you know? Curious if we're going to get more of that in terms of, like, Uraraka's thought process on that, how that's going to affect her, and we'll definitely see. But obviously, another day we'll end up seeing the reunion of you know, Toga Uraraka. Maybe we'll get Toga and Izuku before that point, but we'll see. But yeah, Shigaraki still tapped out. Bakugo's still not only alive, but conscious, which is just goddamn, you know, at this point. And yeah, he still seems to want to fight, so we'll see where that goes. And yeah, guys, let's continue on with episode. Alright guys, episode 12. Let's see how we go off of the incredible ridiculousness of the last episode and the reintroduction of Best Genius, because that's a character we were all wanting to come back. Yeah, he somehow got Makia.
希望をつなげ。
一度状況が開始されれば、当然戦線のメンバーやノームによる抵抗が予想される。それでもやらなければならない。
I don't think you really expected this much resistance though. Damn, we're recapping like the beginning of the arc here. What the hell? Are we done? Are we about to end this arc off as a whole? There's no way. There's actually no way. Yeah, a bunch of nobodies ended up dying. Okay, this is giving like near end of arc vibes right now. I don't know how you go beyond this though. We have another episode in this set. I feel like I should say after this, you know. So to recap now is crazy. But a lot of shit has happened in this arc. Yeah, Bakugo's still kicking. Like, come on, Deku, like, you cannot be part of this. I'm sorry, you just can't. You cannot get involved again. Your arms are gone. I don't care about your legs.
ドメスティックな告発をこうも拡大するか。待っていたんだな、ダビメ。ヒーローの信頼が揺らぐとき、甚大な被害を食い止められなかったこの時を。
He's been waiting for this moment for so damn long. I can't imagine how great it feels to just get it out there. To finally release such pent-up frustrations.
ヴィラン連合の思い通りには絶対にさせん。
They're not even called the League of Villains anymore. That's how long you've been out, man. What can you do? He's alive! He's alive! Fiber Master. Don't you dare tell me that Makia can't break that. Well, let's see how your threads of hope do against our despair. You know, to quote a much better series. For real. Wow.
てめえが生きてたとしてうちの過去が消えるわけじゃねえだろ。そうだよな、ショート。嘘だろ、マキアが封じられるなんて。俺らいて。
There's no way he can just seal Makia like that. There's no way it'd be that easy.
マキアの体力も
無限じゃねえってことか。
Like, come on.
ここに到着してから急に息切れを見せた。指示を遂行し終えた途端に究極の指示待ち人間。わかるぞマキア、指示がねえと本気を出せねえ。死がなきゃ起きろ。つうか生きてるよな。マキアに命令が必要だ。死がなきゃ。まだ何もやってねえ。まだ何も壊しちゃいねえだろ。
He's destroyed quite a bit, actually. You know, the whole city. Bunch of humans, you know. You really just bite him on the head. I just processed that. Oh, I doubt that's enough to kill her. Oh, stop it. She's not dead. Charred maybe, but she's not dead. That is, dude, this is insane. He looks so epic with the flames just encompassing him, but holy god. Izuku, no, this is not your fight to fight. This is not for you to hijack again. If only we had a camera for this. Hey, that did wake him up. Okay, we're getting backstory again for Shigaraki.
お家だとかゆいよ。
壊さなくちゃ。かゆいの直さなきゃ。
死柄木。
壊せ。マキア。
There you go. Yeah, like there was no chance in hell of all people best genius was stopping Makia. Like, are you fucking mental? Oh, oh, oh! We're all going to the main site.
どういうことだ。新たな獲物を求めたのか。まるで示し合わせたかのような。
Following orders.
この数十分のうちにドームたちが団結を見せ始めている。
That's an epic Namu! Oh my god, a worm Namu. That is so cool. Come on. Come on, there's no way. We'll never know, honestly. God, this raw emotion from Shoto of all people. Yeah, he really does not care anymore about family. This family is just one of the most fucked up I've ever seen in anime. Do it. Now you're actually gonna die. He should already be breaking free. We had a whole episode of people just trying to keep that guy down, and now he's just doing it this easily. Wait, what? What the fuck? What? What? I beg your damn pardon? What? Super random. What the fuck?
10日の移動法ですっ飛んできた。ナイトアイ事務所が担当したヴィランアジト、わりかしここに近くてね。たった半年の空白、懐かしさすら感じない。
What? Did your clock just come back?
特別に教えてもらいました。明日全国規模のヴィラン掃討作戦が行われるって。俺も役に立ちたい。
Oh my god, Eri did it, didn't she? Oh, you are fucking joking me. She actually was able to give him his quirk back, wasn't she?
そのために訓練したんだもん。
ありがとう。
It actually, dude, like, bro, we are like basically free of consequence in this story if she can do that to anyone. She can undo all of Deku's like damage to his legs. She can undo All Might's injury against All For One. Like, outside of direct death, Eri's basically just the key to like immortality with the heroes, you know. And let me guess, with that many organs punctured, she's gonna help Bakugo as well. I have a hunch that that might be the case. Damn, your body's damn near moving on its own now as well, Bakugo. And that's all he needed. I guess yeah, you guys were a three-way, weren't you? You, her, and the other guy.
2年生になり仮免を取得したらまたおいで。その時再び名を聞こう。外は見えたか、爆豪。そればかりだ。聞かせようと思ってて。今日から俺は大爆殺しダイナマイトだ。
God murder dynamite, nice.
いいヒーロー名だね。ユーモアがある。
Of course. Murder God Dynamite. What the that's such a Bakugo name. I guess it beats Lord Explosion Murder or King Explosion Murder or whatever the hell it was. But really, you should be tapped out now.
向こうは楽しそうだな。かわいそうにな。お前はこんなに辛いのに。てめえこそ体が焦げた。優しく育って嬉しいよ。俺は大丈夫。今とても幸せだから。
Yeah, like Enji just straight up cannot move at this point. And not even from pain, just from just mental collapsing.
失敗作の火力に負けて死にそうだってのに。なあ見ろって壊れちまってるよ。
The face on this man.
俺の炎でお前が焼けたら、お父さんはどんな顔を見せてくれるかな。
Oh my god, really? Where's it even coming out of?
シリスとルミリオンたちが援護してくれてる。待ってて轟くん。手足に力が入らなくたって。
So what you gonna? Alright, that's kind of funny. I'll give him that. Using it from your mouth is kind of funny. Honestly, I'm kind of with him. Like, Deku, you don't gotta be involved in everything. She looks so epic! I just love the full body, like blue flames. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Yeah, that same message he gave to Shoto. And that's that. This despair, this dread. At long last. Right, what are you gonna do? Oh, Endeavor. As cool as this is, like, genuinely, what is anyone gonna do? Like he's just too good. Maki is too OP. Oh, I thought he was gonna drop in his mouth. What? What the hell? Oh, you're kidding me, really? Really? It took that long? It took that long for it to kick in? Are you kidding me? Alright, at least Aizawa's getting his treatment now. What's that mean? Like, there's no way they... Oh my god, she's got those in her ass too. There's no way they're gonna capture, Makia, is there? Is he, like, really? It's almost like the plot demanded it! I know, the trump card is gone. Here's the problem as well, like, yeah, Dabi might just take himself out if he goes for too long. He's just not a fighter that can last in a fight for too long. Alright, am I misremembering something? I don't remember Mirio being able to do this. I just remember his quirk being, yeah, being intangibility. I don't remember him having super strength to eat as well. Oh my god, you're really calling that. He used my name, so I will not argue.
巨人に割いていたリソースをようやくヴィラン連合に回せる。
ご丁寧な高速でケーブルに触れられない。俺の足首は触れなきゃ発動できない。
Crap.
こんな窮地でただてめえのケツをまさぐるしかできねえとは。
You know,
死柄木も
you
死
can't
柄
touch
木だぜ。
yourself either.
俺たちを呼び寄せたんだろ。みんな揃ってさあ暴れましょうってこったろ。お前がやられててどうすんのよ。罠だぜこんなの。
Looks like his body's regenerating much
何
either.
も壊しちゃいねえだろ。スピナーのおっしゃる通りだ。まだ何も。ダビもトガちゃんも
Yeah, poor Toga.
俺も夢仲間なんだよ。こんなところで終われるかってのは。締め落とす。お前らに
He's gonna crush them all to death?
最高のエンターテイメントってやつをな。
God damn it! How dare you! Well, it seems like Mr. Compress is planning a spectacle right now, which is going to be really fun to see. God damn, so yeah, the villains are really getting fucked at this point. I'd say, you know, maybe waited a little too long on Makia's, anesthesia hit to actually make it seem probable at this point. But, you know, it shows that it wasn't entirely in vain last time, you know, even though I think just in general, like, the amount of time they kept Makia occupied was more than enough to contribute because it let them pretty much take Shigaraki out the battle at that point. You know, just adding more onto it is, you know, it's just more to give them more credibility in the end. So yeah, I mean, see, like, on one hand, it's really cool, it's a good moment to have Mirio, like, get his power back, you know, and obviously, since we got Eri, like, the big, kind of obvious factor is that, you know, she's going to be able to get the ability to rewind damage on people, on heroes, on just about anything. But on the other hand, it really does feel like it diminishes the sacrifice that he made in the Overhaul arc, you know, to give up his quirk, to, you know, fight Overhaul and whatnot for Eri's sake. You know, going back on that moment now, it won't hit nearly as good because obviously the damage has been undone, you know, so I don't know. I definitely prefer when consequences do stick to them, and, you know, it's just like, there's just too many possibilities with a quirk like Ares, you know, like, she can, like, from this point on now, there is zero reason to say she can't undo pretty much any of the damage anyone that comes out alive, you know, has sustained, you know, like, Deku, you know, like, I kind of get with Deku a little bit because his body has been naturally progressing with One For All's power to adapt to it. So I understand not making him go back to square one before any damage was given. But at the same time, it's like, you know, the damage that's been done here, the damage that's been done to his arms has been so ridiculous, like, you might as well go back to that. All Might, obviously, she can undo, or at least try to, you know, undo a lot of the damage that has been done to his stomach at this point as well. You know, get him looking a lot healthier. There's just, like, you know, there's very little reason why in the grand scheme of things any consequences would not be worth, like, that kind of power, you know, that kind of healing. They just wouldn't, like, there'd be no reason really to not have that happen, unless obviously, you know, Eri dies at some point, which I really doubt they'd be willing to kill a child off like that, of her age at least, you know, she's what, less than 10 at this point, or, you know, she gets captured by, the villains, has her quirk stolen, you know, any kind of a factor like that, you know, there's no reason not to do it, so it really depends, like I said, because I on one hand, I don't want it to happen. On another hand, I feel like if you've gone this far at this point, that there's no reason why it shouldn't happen. So we're definitely going to have to see what's going to come of that in the later story. At this point, you know, when this arc's over and whatnot. But, you know, I'd say at this point, like, unironically, Eri should kind of be, outside, like, the obvious beef between All For One and One For All, Eri should be, like, the center of this war between heroes and villains, because her power is just so godlike, to the point of, you know, rewinding or time, that, like, it's like the deciding factor of, like, heroes and villains at that point, you know. I don't remember if she's able to forward time either. It's been a while since I watched the overall arc, so I don't remember if her ability is solely to to rewind time, or if it's just time in general where she can forward it as well. But, like, even still, like, that's a power that you genuinely, like, decide a war over. Her power is just so ridiculous. I feel like it would be a blunder if Shigaraki didn't try and go for it at some point, you know? Because now that he has All for One, we've got to see him have, like, some personal targets to actually acquire, you know? Or some wants to acquire with that quirk. So, I don't know, but I'm expecting Eri to be big important later on in the story if we're going to go down that route. But yeah, you know, Best Genius tease up again. You know, it was a dupe. At least not that people know it right now, but it was a dupe that he didn't kill, or that Hawks didn't kill him, which is cool. But we're gonna have to see what comes of that, obviously, because like regardless of what happens here, Dabi's effect has fundamentally shaken the confidence the people were getting back on Hero Society. You know, since All Might's retirement, and I'm really curious to see just what is going to come of that from this point forward, you know, because like I said, even if we lose Dabi, even if he dies at this point, you know, you can't really undo something like that. So I'm really curious what we're going to get of it. And yeah, you know, the stages are set. I mean, Deku's still in the fight, but he can't really do much at this point. Dabi versus Shoto is really cool, and we're going to see what's going to come of that. I have no idea for Makia, though. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know what we're going to do with Makia. Like, he's out technically, but I really doubt they're going to let him get captured, so we're going to have to see what comes of that. And it seems like, you know, Spinner, Mr. Compress, the very lesser tiers of the League of Villains right now, we're going to see what they're going to do, because he seems pretty determined to get a spot at this point, so I'm really excited for it, you know, because he's got a really cool quirk. He's got a really interesting, like, versatile quirk ability that we've seen works in both organic and inorganic things, so he's still, like, a pretty OP character that we just don't utilize too much, so I'm really excited to see what we get of Mr. Compress right here, you know, because, like, if Maki is out, you know, he can just, you know, compress him down to a little, you know, to a little ball, and then, you know, take him with us, so we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, anyway guys, let's just go on episode 13, which is the final one in this set, and yeah, should be good stuff. Alright guys, episode 13 of My Hero Academia Season 6. I keep wanting to say 3 today for some reason. Let's go. Yep. Bro gave one last desperate hit, and that's him tapped out. And it barely did anything to Makia. It was honestly comedic timing. But yeah, that Endeavor hit didn't do anything. No, it wasn't. It was plot.
多くのものが少しずつ、たとえそれが微力であろうと、こやつの強大な体力と精神を削り取っていき、麻酔の効果が現れるほど、こやつを弱らせた。
Admittedly, that is pretty cool. Though. Just seeing how many people it actually took to take out Makia is kind of cool.
よって連なり縄となったのだ。
And the fact that, like, nothing physical, at least, was stopping him. It was only by Momo's genius that he was able to be stopped in the end, which is just, like, crazy to think about. Like, yeah, he's just a villain you can't physically, he's just a villain you can't physically beat. So you have to get creative with him.
Hey! こんな窮地でただてめえのケツをまさぐるしかできねえとは。死柄木も死柄木だぜ。俺たちを呼び寄せたんだろ。みんな揃ってさあ暴れましょうってこったろ。お前がやられててどうすんのよ。罠だぜこんなの。
beat a lot of them to the ground.
何も壊しちゃいねえだろ。スピナーのおっしゃる通りだ。まだ何も。ダビもトガちゃんも俺も。 夢仲間なんだよ。締め落とす。こんなところで終われるかっての。
Oh, no, that's a Death Flag episode title as well. Are we really gonna lose 2 League of Villains members here? Like, that's just ridiculous if so. I know like Mr. Cumbers isn't like a very focused one, but even still, like, don't be doing that. What the fuck is this cult?
異形型の人間を差別し暴行に勤しむクソ野郎どもだろトカゲがいるぞ
汚らわしい
待てこいつらヴィラン連合だぞ金になるもの探してるんだちょっとばかし金欠でよこれ高いの
Wow.
ああ分かってる
We're here to loot you and nothing more.
じゃねえよね俺もできれば避けたかったさ
ここは聖域
汚れたトガビとは出ていけ
Well, this is super random.
済んだら出ていくよ長居されたくなきゃ邪魔するな
Damn, what? You guys quirkless? You got nothing to fight them?
宗教って儲かるんじゃねえのかよ
どこもカツカツなんですね
あこれすごくねろくなもんじゃね
折れた
Oh.
俺の義手もきしみがひどいギランに新調してもらおうやそりゃいいなその金がねえんじゃねえかなあこんな生活いつまで続けるんだ
いつまでって終わるまでだよ
8歳会と協力してたら今頃寿司でも食ってたかな
冗談だろ
Well, you got your sushi in the end, you know.
ただまお国を騒がすヴィラン連合の実像がこれとは憧れてくださる皆さんに申し訳が立たねえなガラクタばかりだな
これかいつけます
いいじゃねえかババアみてえだ捨てちまえ
なんだ全員お揃いかよ律儀に仲間集めに勤しんでんのは俺だけか
おめえは焼き殺し回ってるだけじゃねえか一人でも連れてきたことあったか
ゴミしかいねえんだ何の志もなくただ生きてるだけのゴミが多くてさ
人を見る目がないのでは
てめえだけは黙ってろ
Nice.
なあ俺たち一体どこに向かってるんだ
For real. You guys have been just here for so long doing fuck all.
ここにいるは全時代的価値観の残る田舎でトカゲ野郎と蔑まれ育ってきたそれが当たり前だと思っていた俺の心にはずっと何もなかった夕方の報道番組でステインの最後を見るまでは彼は世界を変えようとしていた
Just incredible the impact of that art that is still
俺は
felt to
初
this
めて
day.
世の中が窮屈なんだと知ったいても立ってもいられなかったそしてここにいる
なんだ空っぽのコスプレ野郎じゃねえか
そうだよ俺はすっからかんだのさだからこのだらけた現状がわからねえどでけえ風穴ぶち開けられると思ってた答えてくれしがらき俺たちはどこに向かってるんだ半年前まで
Well, damn.
俺たちは飯の心配までしなくちゃいけないくらい自利品で主義も主張もバラバラで
It's nice to see the struggle that everyone went through here. The League wasn't, you know, it wasn't easy. It hasn't been easy since All for One was captured, but at the same time, they made it in the end. I do wonder how Shigaraki answered that though. He's actually trying to kill them right now. Dude, he's really attempting to kill them.
俺の夢血の使命ここにいる理由体をえぐって可動スペース確保
Jesus!
この通り
He gorged his own body! What the fuck?
高速から逃れた命反応がてめえら
Dude, you could have just, I don't know, made yourself into a little ball for now. And then just come right back out?
自らの個性で体を削るとはなんという弾力
For real.
しかしその怪我は致命傷だ逃げられんぞ
I mean, let's not pretend like he's the only one with a fatal wound right now. Oh my god. Nice. Oh my god, that looks disgusting. Bro, you should turn Makia into one too. Oh wow. A long, long time ago. How old is he then? Make him sound like he's fucking ancient.
うちの家系はな、不正を暴かんとする正義の血が流れているんだ。
And of course, yeah, like the actual big, like, the important and interesting battle right now. Oh, oh my god. I'm assuming that, yeah, Dabi just has the strongest fire, period, of everyone in the family. I thought it was going to burn his hand there. Ah, the Bandit King, nice. This guy's sheer raw willpower is insane. Don't say... No, don't say final performance. Okay. Because, like, yeah, they just... I don't know why they named it like that. They just gave it, like, hella death flags off the bat there. Unless it was a dub out, but, like, with how much damage he's taken, I don't know. Okay, we got Drill Man. Oh! Oh shit, but he might be able to get him from the inside. No! I wanted to see more of that. That Namu. Girl, the Namu's dead. Chill. Bro. Deku is out! Seriously. What do you mean, wake up? What's he gonna do? He still can't move his arms. Huh. Oh, danger sense. So now you've got a spider sense. Dude, why are so many of these powers just Spider-Man like based? Black whip, danger sense, you know? Is he gonna be able to stick to walls soon? Like what Spinner can do? Wow.
ここへ来たとき、大量のノームが見えた。ノームは死柄木の命令で動くから、死柄木が起きてから動かしたんだ。壊せ、マキア。一時的に目を覚ましたが、意識が混濁して完全に起きちゃいねえ。奴が意識をはっきり取り戻せば、ノームを使ってこの八方塞がりな状況を変えられる。
Okay, but like even Even still, like, his body is so screwed. What are you planning on doing?
プランは他人と運任せ、ただの時間稼ぎと陽動だ。ダビとロンゲはマフラーに忍ばせた。
Wow.
頼むぜスピナー。お前が一番死柄木を慕ってた。俺は協力者。舞台で言えば脇役だ。主役はお前ら。
Come on, man. Don't do that like that. He seems like a chill guy as well. Oh, I really wanted more out of Mr. Compress.
みんなを身につけると不思議なんだ。胸がムカムカして吐きそうなのに、心がどこか落ち着くんだ。
I thought he got rid of all those
不思議だよな。
He really kept one.
確信があったわけじゃねえ。溶けてただれたスーツの中に焦げてひしゃげたそれを見たとき、ただ思い出してくれたらと。
俺の心には鉛の塊が。
So what are we gonna do now, man? Mirio's going for it, but like, if Shigaraki wakes up, is he gonna kill him? Is he gonna steal his quirk? I'm awake now. Oh dear. Yeah, danger sense would be going wild right now. He's up. Damn right. Loki, the scars on his body do look pretty sick. I do like them. Wait, did he have half of All For One's head just then? Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is disgusting. Like what? What the fuck? Actually, what the hell? That's more disturbing than any Namu we've had in the story so far. That's what we're going for. Yeah, I don't think that matters.
諦めるな。おい、これからどうすんだ。撤退する。撤退って。
Yes.
ちょっと待て。コンプレッサー重傷だ。眠ってるマキアはどうする。トガもこっちに向かってるはずだ。勝手するのは俺たちの本領。ただし、
You better come back.
必ず戻ってこい。見捨てるのか、仲間を。いいんだ、井口君。
Yeah, this isn't Shigaraki. So I am taking over. Just imagine if he actually completed that.
今はこの体を休める必要があるからね。何言ってっかわかんねえんだよ。仲間を見捨てるのかって聞いたんだ。ああ、見捨てる。敗北の代償は潔く差し出そう。すべては僕のため。
Oh my god.
ノームたちの向かう場所に。
Dude, you're gonna make like Shigaraki completely hate you at the end. I know he might not even care, but like, just imagine that, man. Shigaraki kills All For One at some point because of all the shit he's pulling. Taking over his body, ignoring everything Shigaraki wants to be now.
そして緑谷君と爆豪君を病院へ。人命救助こそヒーローの本質だ。逃がさない。
I want it. Imagine having regeneration and like regeneration and
さあ行こうか。
動け動けよ。
Yeah, no, this battle is over.
緑アイスか。
Dude, you're tapped out.
来るな。動けよ。緑アイスか。これは俺の意志だ。
If you move,
俺の夢
it'll be the last thing you ever do, man. Oh no, he's actually gonna do it, isn't he? I don't like that one with its open head mouth thing.
まだ来るのか。しつこさだけはオールマイトに匹敵するね。この体が仕上がったらまた会おう。出来損ないの緑アイス。
Useless.
お前は黙ってろ俺は。
また。
No. Bro, there's 2 more seasons after this. What do you mean? We're not done yet.
大勢殺した。
And he's gonna do it again.
みんなを傷つけた。
And he'll do that again.
許せるはずがない。
He's not looking for forgiveness,
許
man.
せない。
He wants to do it again.
あの時オルフォーワンに飲まれたお前が、あの時お前が、
What is this song?
お前の顔が助けを求めたように。
I don't know about that one. Okay, this is a very interesting piece of music. He just wants to be free, you know? He wants to do his own thing. To fight. To win. He doesn't want to be a carbon copy of the old generation. They really abandoned Makia, which is just nuts, yeah. This song is beautiful, but like, goddamn. We've never once had a fight this brutal anywhere in My Hero. Heroes, villains, Namus, everyone is just messed up. Main hero, main villain too. This wasn't really a win on anyone's side, it was just an endless sprout of chaos. The damage just the damage Makia did getting there. God damn. Like I said, the only way you can really even just begin to up this is by killing off some people. A lot more, you know? Because like outside of that, I don't know how you get a battle even more intense than this. I don't think it's even possible at this point, you know? Both sides have been like genuinely crippled at this point. Whose body has more scars in it now? Shigaraki or Deku, you know? It's kind of even right now, I'd say, you know? No real deciding factor just yet. Yeah. I guess to be fair, you know, Sue and Uraraka are pretty fine, as is most of Class 1A. They're in bad spirits, but they didn't, you know, they didn't nearly die, basically. They weren't crippled in this. Alright guys, and that was the finale of the set, and I assume this is the finale of the arc itself. We might obviously get a prologue, an epilogue kind of episode or two, or maybe even the next set in general, for this arc next time, but this is pretty much the end of the Paranormal Liberation Army, like, arc, I guess if you want to call it. And yeah, so it was a pretty good arc, honestly. I would say, in general, for My Hero Academia's quality, it's definitely one that is high up there. I definitely did enjoy this arc. I think the animation was really good. The fights were really good. Obviously, this is like, you know, outside of like All for One versus All Might, this is pretty much the biggest battle we've ever had in My Hero, and it probably it probably does outbeat even that in terms of just, you know, importance and just, like, fucking chaos, honestly. You know, I do appreciate how much everyone got to shine in this one, of course. The League got to shine really well. Shigaraki's story is going pretty well. Dabi, like, stole the show. That man fucking railed this arc massively. You know, Dabi's kind of left the biggest impression on the arc, because while obviously Shigaraki and the rest of the League, the Meta Liberation Army, you know, from a destructive standpoint, they've left a scar on the world and society. Dabi is kind of the one that is leaving the mental and emotional impact on everyone. You know, the fact that he's pretty much just outed Endeavor now for being a horrible human, for, you know, pretty much just letting all of, like, the family secrets and just the disgusting nature he treated his family as, you know, out there, who is supposed to be the #1 hero. It's obviously going to have a ripple effect on everyone, and I really do feel like this is going to be the point where we really do shake superhuman society to the core, and I'm really excited to see it. If it doesn't, then the impact of the arc is far less severe, it's far less impactful in general, and it would definitely hinder the arc in a number of ways to doing that, you know, but it was still really fun. Like we said, Shigaraki is great. I'm honestly not sure how the structure of My Hero is going to be at this point, because I don't know if we can just go back to, like, the typical My Hero antics at this point, because typically we establish the structure is we get a big serious arc, then we go into, you know, a much lower kind of, you know, light-hearted arc after the fact, and then we kind of try and kick things up again. Now that we have a lot of, you know, a lot of the destruction that just happened, and obviously the fact that the kids were involved in the battle, on top of the fact that Shigaraki's out there with All For One, a power that can make most of the modern, you know, pro heroes cower, I don't know if we can just go back to, you know, say another UA, just another UA arc, you know, where everyone's just kind of keep getting their bearings, going back to normalcy, you know, that this is kind of the turning point in My Hero's history, and I am really curious just structurally how we're going to affect the story going forward from here. So it is going to be, that is something I actually am looking forward to, you know. You know, kind of downsides is that while we did lose Twice, who's a pretty big character, we didn't lose really anyone on the hero side, you know. Obviously, we kind of just got the same kind of stuff we always get from My Hero, where, you know, a lot of characters go through stuff that are fatal, you know, probably that should be killing wounds in this in battle, and they don't end up dying in the end, you know, which by this point we're very much just used to and accustomed to in My Hero Academia. But there's no one really that we lost of any real relevance at all, you know. We lost heroes, sure, but there were a bunch of, like, there were just a bunch of nobody fillers that the, you know, the audience isn't really familiar with, so I don't even really care to even, you know, say that. I mean, I don't remember any names of them or anything, you know, they weren't that important. But, you know, everyone that we pretty much know of and have established before has lived, you know, so I do feel like that is something that was definitely lacking from this arc. Again, it's like Shigaraki's big stand-in. This is his big moment as being, you know, the main big bag of the story. There really should have been a big emotional impact around here where he takes a big step towards being the new symbol of evil. Because even, like, Bakugo's, you know, fatal wound, like, even though Bakugo survived it, like, that wasn't even Shigaraki that did that. That was All For One, you know, and I'm really... It's not really something you can really put on Shigaraki's credit roll, because he didn't do that, you know. And I think it is definitely unfortunate for that, you know, because Makima did a lot of damage. You know, Shigaraki did a lot of damage as well to the heroes, but it just wasn't of the impact to relieve any kind of, you know, any deaths in there, so it is unfortunate for that. And then you've got, you know, just, like, Mirio getting his quirk back, which is ridiculous as well, but to be fair, has been priorly established as a possibility. So, like I said, I probably wouldn't have done that, and I don't really like that it did happen. I can't say it's an arse pull or anything, because it is Eri, after all. But yeah, you know, just in general, like, I was expecting more from this. Like I said, I did think this could have been an arc that would last an entire season if possible, you know, because there were just a lot of characters in this one. The army, you know, the Paranormal Liberation Front was an army of such magnitude you could have done a lot more with. A lot more of the UA cast in general could have had a lot more focus on that, because we didn't really have much of a split screen between them, you know. We pretty much focused primarily on what we usually do in My Hero arcs, which is mostly, you know, Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo, you know, the #1s, Endeavor, of course, you know, he got in there as well. And, you know, everyone else was just confined to stalling Makia. But that was like a single episode. You know, Momo was great, but you know, to have the entirety of the UA cast just there without really too much screen time was unfortunate. You know, Uraraka and Sue, they got their fun moments with Toga, which was really cool, and Toga's like the one that's just kind of out there now, but it didn't last too long either. And you know, it really did kind of feel like near the end that like they had to give that win to the UA cast members on Makia, because there really was no way logically we could have stopped him, you know. We pretty much tried everything from the point he got there, you know, Endeavor, Bideku, you know, Bakugo, they're all just tapped out at that point. There's nothing really anyone can do to stop Makia, so it really just felt like, you know, at that point, the Orph had nothing to really stop him, and for the heroes to actually get a win, so we just had to have the Anesthesia have a absurd, to be honest, I forgot what I was talking about exactly, so I apologize if I repeat anything, but I did get interrupted there, you know. But yeah, that's kind of what I was, I think I was talking about, the Makia thing, how, you know, it just generally felt like we had to give the kids a win at some point, because we didn't have a logical way of finishing Makia off. So, you know, the Anastasia had a very delayed reaction to actually get the effect off. And yeah, like, is that it now? Is Makia captured? Can we not use him again? Is that another piece of the pie that, you know, another piece of the board that Shigaraki has lost now? I'm not sure. But, you know, like I said, I'm really curious to see where we go with my hero at this point, because I don't know how the arcs are going to be structured. You know, everyone took absurd damage in this one. Everyone's kind of tapped out, both heroes and villains alike. And I'm really curious. I did want a lot more from the Meta Liberation Army front, because obviously outside like the one hack guy, there was nothing really if their participation meant anything, you know. I really thought Redestro would be more relevant at this point. I feel like he, you know, from his fight from Shigaraki, he was actually a bit of a player on the board. Not obviously as much as the League of Villains, but at least something that would have been, you know, a notable piece that would have given the heroes a hard time. But he was barely here either, so it does kind of... It did hurt a little bit of the... It did hurt a bit of the My Villain Academia arc in that regard, because it's like, you know, we're just kind of dismissing all these characters. Now, I know if they can be beaten by the fucking League of Villains, they're not really noteworthy anyway. But, like, he was a big one. He was a big one. So, that was something. I guess we could see, since he does have a lot of political influence, maybe he'll be back. You know, maybe he can still be working for the League on the down low, possibly. But yeah, we're gonna have to see, you know, because now we're at a point to where Shigaraki escaped. People know he's out there. People know the threat he has. So I'm really curious as how much we're gonna do with him. You know, because I believe he still has some of the quirk cancellation, or just the quirk killer bullets at this point. So that's something as well. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and I really am curious what exactly we're doing with the whole All For One inside of Shigaraki's head thing. Like, if that's going to be something, if that was All For One's plan to, like, give Tomura his quirk, and then over time slowly take over his body, slowly take over his brain, and just become the new symbol of evil from that, from a much healthier body, if that even qualifies as that now, you know. Because, yeah, like, All For One's taken over his body more than once in this singular arc, and I really doubt that, you know, Shigaraki's going to be okay with that. So, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But it's a way to keep All For One relevant in the story, even though he's been, you know, in prison for a long time now. And I'm curious to see that. But yeah, you know, either way though, guys, that was still really fun. I have my complaints, obviously, about this arc, but I think in general this was one of the more enjoyable moments of My Hero Academia in quite a while. My Villain Academia was the highlight previously, and I do think this was a little bit better than that, so that's really good to see. And just, yeah, you know, we're at the stage in My Hero now where I feel like we should be getting this kind of consistent quality from now on. You know, the final stage, for like, it has been set at this point, even though we still have a lot of show to go. And I'm really curious, just from here on out, what kind of state the show's going to be in. So yeah, anyway though, guys, that is it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed these reactions. You know, we're about halfway through My Hero Academia Season 6 so far, a little over that actually. And, you know, we're still going in the ride. So, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.